Hello everyone and welcome back to Kali Call of Darkness. This time was episode 15, the epilogue. This time I'm pretty sure that it's the happy ending for AMRIT. I don't know if there are any other endings. I only heard about a hidden ending, but I don't know how to achieve that. If you guys know and you want me to react to it as well, let me know. Write it down in the comments so that I can replay it. I didn't die. Grant died, but I also lost my friend. Let's see how this is gonna end. Epilogue. Before finishing the story, choose an outfit. Alright. Oh my god, wedding sari. What difference does it make? That's the question here. What difference does it make if I choose a wedding sari or not? Shock me. That looks so hilarious. The guards opened the door for me when I strode out of the room into the hallway. Shaka was there with bottles of palm wine in his hands. He was preparing the reception hall for the guests. Miss? Where are the maids? Why are you doing their job? They're nowhere to be found. Everything should be ready for the meeting of the dozen. Find them and bring them to me. You don't have to do their job while they're lazing around. Shaka waved it off, then nodded politely. With all due respect, why do you bother yourself with them? The mistress has more important things to do. I'll make sure to tell them off myself. How long before the dozen arrive? Half an hour, and we're expecting the rest of the sect in the evening. Everyone wants to pay their respects. I sighed wearily. So much work has piled up. We'll figure it out. Get me a list of all the temples in Calcutta as well as of the people in the sect. Let each family patronize one or more temples. After all that happened, I was in charge of both the dozen and the sect. Wait, what? I told those who had knowledge what to do and how to do it. And I gave special instructions to those who actively served the goddess. The Bazus had returned to their former glory. Okay. I was at the top, the brightest representative of the Kshatriya. You're in charge of everything in Calcutta? Okay. Okay. Is my uncle coming? Mr. Kamal Basu, of course. I was told that he was nervous when he received the invitation. He's afraid you'll be angry with him for the mistake of the past. What mistakes? He has nothing to worry about. It would be a good thing for me to meet the future mayor of Calcutta. Sana had told me about the stage of my uncle's affairs. I found her after everything that happened and took her in. Period. I didn't care that she was a white widow. She helped me, and she deserved a better life than one spent endlessly wandering. Yes. She was grateful to work for me as a maid. You took Sana with you to give her a better life. She deserves a better life after everything she's been through, after everything she did. She actually sacrificed her life for us. She deserves so much more. Shaka bowed again and left the hall. I moved to the reception hall to check on everything. Amrit was already there. He was wearing a luxurious wedding sherwani. Oh my god, look at how hot he is. My Maharani, you're here already. I'm checking that everything is ready for the meeting. God have mercy on you. Is that what you're thinking about right now? What do you want me to think about? Our wedding? Everyone is talking about it. I'm tired. It would be great if it meant as much to you as it does to me. Amrit, stop being so dramatic. I slowly approached my husband, smiling slyly. My Maharai, we will have many more celebrations together. But it's not every day that I take on a ruling position. I want to introduce myself to them properly. Do you think they haven't heard of you? Half of them will be scared to even look you in the eye. I mean, I personally love to be respected, but I hate to be feared. That's exactly what I said in Heaven's Secret 2, before Plague took over everything. I don't want to be feared. Like, why? I respect you for having been so powerful, so strategic, so intelligent to build up such a good life. I respect you for that, but I don't fear you because of your powers. I hate that so much. You shouldn't fear someone. I hate that. I would hate to have a position of people come to me just because they fear me. Nah, please don't. I had to go through paperwork, discuss our move with Kiran, and think about my grandmother. AMRIT restored order in the dozen and the sect, punishing the families who had betrayed him. Oh, yes. Then came a long-awaited day. We got married. Even the preparation for the wedding were loud and tedious, and the celebration itself was even more so. Although the locals had started bowing to me long before the wedding, right from the moment they saw the Dubai family ring on my finger. The ruling seat was mine, even before I married AMRIT. Vaimal had died, and Rishi had taken his place. Oh, yes, as he deserves. AMRIT made it clear to everyone in the dozen that the young man wasn't responsible for his father's actions. He helped us during the massacre and thus deserved respect. As a sign of gratitude, AMRIT arranged for Rishi to go to Morocco to meet with one of his acquaintances who occupied a high position in society. You will represent our country in the negotiation with Mr. Kadir. It's both in his and our best interest that he achieves an even higher position. We will support him. AMRIT's agenda went beyond the borders of his native India. Then came other more pleasant questions. Where were we going to live? In the Dubai estate or in the restored Bazoo residence? Should AMRIT take a double surname? Devadas Dubai and his wife Sitara added even more questions. When were they going to get a grandchild? I gently wrapped my arms around AMRIT's neck. We've been celebrating our wedding all day long. Can I have a moment of peace? He wrapped his arms confidently around my waist. No, my dear wife, I'm afraid I have other plans for you. Stop being like this. Really? Have you been missing me, Mr. Bazoo Dubai? Oh, I love it. I can't believe you let me put my last name first. That's also a sign of love. He bowed down to you, girl. You're the only person I'm willing to yield to, period. What else are you willing to yield to? AMRIT yanked me against him. Sir. He looked defiantly into my eyes, tilting his head to one side. Nothing else. Right. Sir, then this is not gonna work. Like, I want you to be thirsty for me. I'm gonna stop. You will obey me in everything. Wrong. I believe in feminism. I am not gonna obey you in everything. If anything, we're gonna be obeying each other. I'm not gonna obey you in anything. Wow, you're so mature, yet so naive. You're so naive if you think I'm actually gonna go for that one. You know exactly who you were marrying. And you knew exactly who you were marrying. You actually believe I'm gonna be obeying you. That's me, Amala. Honestly, either Eva from A Song of a Crimson Nile or Amala from Kali, Call of Darkness represent me. As in completely me. From what I've seen so far, Amala is 100% me. Like 100% throughout the entire series. Literally, it was insane. Evitus and Amala are me. Because sometimes I would have loved for Amala to do more, and in that horrible ending, when we lost our friends and loved ones, I would have liked her not to be that aggressive. Like, that was actually brutal to watch and to read. Like, you do not just go berserk like that. I mean, the goddess was thrilled and she was living, but I wasn't. Like, it was actually shocking for me. I've seen a lot worse in TV shows and movies, because I am actually a thriller fan. I love horror, I love fantasy, so all of them mixed together literally make such a dangerous combination, so I've seen a lot. That was brutal, like Jesus. And with Evitus, sometimes she should use a little bit of more intellect, more intelligence. She has such a big mouth, and sometimes she just loses herself. while she's talking, like she's trying to act like she's above them, even though sometimes it would be better for her to just sip it. She doesn't know when to shut up, and that's dangerous. Like, in a certain sense, I'm like that too, that I don't know when to shut up, but it depends on the situation. When the situation calls for me to zip it, then I have to, and I know how to shut up then. Evitis doesn't. Amal, on the other hand, she's completely me. Like, there's nothing besides the fact that sometimes I would have loved for her to lash out at AMRIT way sooner, because she knew that he was like making her feel like a fool. She knew he was fooling around with her emotions, with her mental health, actually. And she was like, nah, that's fine. Let me just find out a little more. Like, no, girl, smack him. What about you? Did you know? Did you know who you were marrying, AMRIT? AMRIT gently lifted my chin. Oh yes, I know perfectly well. The desire in his eyes, so he knows. Be ready to bark, sir. Be ready to get on your knees and bark and beg for mercy. People, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You guys should be used to it by now. A maid accidentally entered the hall. Sheka must have sent her there. She froze when she saw Mr. and Mrs. Bazudubai flirting in the middle of the hall. It wasn't the first, second, or even third time that had happened. Everyone knew that those two were crazy about each other. Now that's not a lie. She didn't even apologize when she left, as they hadn't even noticed her. Such a sharp contrast. The normally reserved and cold Mr. AMRIT Bazudubai changed dramatically if his wife was around. Ooh, better. Only I have the right to see your nice qualities, okay? Only I have the right to see a special part of you. He was ready to lay the whole world at her feet. I saw that in season 3 of episode 8. Like, I completely disbanished all of the negative thoughts and emotions I had about him, because that's when he actually showed how much he truly loved us. And he was even ready to, let's just call it, humiliate himself in front of Kiran when he told him about how he truly feels about us. That was very, very emotional. Like, it's so out of character for him, because he would rather just, he knows how he feels, he knows how she feels, and that was it. Him actually declaring it to Kiran, someone he thought was beneath him, that was an insane sign of love, even though you had to pay for it. She was the only person who was brave enough to contradict him. You're welcome. That might have been the reason he loved her, or maybe it was only one of a million reasons. Stop teasing me. I've been sneaking glances at you all day. There's no one around, but you keep testing my patience, my Maharai. Ooh! AMRIT leaned down to my lips, almost kissing me. He said in a soft whisper, that's karma. Oh, hell no. No. Honestly, I would be testing his patience now. Play with him, getting high, and then drop his ass, girl. That's what I would have done. Ask me nicely. No. I squeezed my fingers on his collar and replied defiantly. If you don't make a move, I will undress right here. I'll make you watch, but I won't let you touch. Yes, girl. That's even worse of a temptation. Yes. Like I said, she is me. That would be an interesting sight. I'm sure the dozen would like it. Everyone will understand why you can't take your eyes off me. Ooh! That was good. That was a good comeback. That was a good comeback. I know that I'm hot. I know I'm great. And I'm gonna make you drool in front of everyone. And I won't even care that anyone sees me. Like, technically, she was saying that she was about to please herself in front of him. That was a good comeback, what she just did. AMRIT took me by my chin again and kissed me hungrily, as if he'd been teasing himself even more than me. That. We're too proud to admit that this man makes us feel way too many emotions, even though, like, we already know. That was insane. That was so funny. I parted my lips readily, pressing my whole body against him. A whole day apart, we had only managed to exchange glances, stand next to each other or dance. Now we were alone and hungry for each other's touch again. However, I had to pull away. You're one of those couples whose passion will never fade. Yes! The noble families are coming soon. I hope they will give me a warm welcome.
It can't be otherwise. You're wearing a luxurious ring that will open any door. The golden lion who spans around your finger. You're in charge. Could there possibly be any doubt? It's good that you accepted it. Surely I would have lost it during that massacre.
You're the owner of a rare heirloom belonging to the Dubai family. That ring evokes respect. Okay. Do you think it's just a ring that will give me respect?
No, also beautiful outfits, rubies, diamonds.
Sir. Fine. Then I'll buy myself a bunch of clothes, using all your diamonds, period.
I was only teasing, my Maharani. One look from you is enough for anyone to shut up and listen obediently.
Nothing is ready. Where are those damn mates? I threw up my hands and looked around.
Don't be nervous, my Maharani. You should try not to get upset.
I'd heard those words too often lately because I was very tense. Pregnant? Yes, we are pregnant. My husband gently caressed my belly.
Don't make a greatest creation worry with you.
Creation?
We don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet.
What would you like, my Maharai? Ooh!
A girl.
Why is it always a girl for the man? Why is it always a girl for the man? My father said the exact same thing. Like I asked him, did you want a boy? Because from what I know, my mother actually wanted a boy. So I was like, to my father, did you want a boy as well? And he was like, no, I actually wanted a daughter. Like, why? That's actually so cute. That's so cute when a guy says he wants to have a girl. Really? Why not a boy? Amrit laughed, looking at me as if I said something silly. What? Explain it to me as well.
Raising a boy promises to be difficult.
Why? From what I've heard, raising a boy's easy. Like, don't take my word for it, and do not see it as an insult. I heard from someone that I know that raising a boy should be easier than raising a woman, because apparently raising a woman is much more difficult because they have such high standards. Apparently, that's what people have told me. That was so rude.
But a girl, every man dreams of having a daughter.
That's what I've heard, yes. That's what I've noticed.
I've been surrounded by cousins and uncles all my life, but your Lalit was the only exception. Surely your baby will be just like you.
What? Shrugging his shoulders, Amrit touched my belly again and looked at it with a tender light in his eyes. I had never seen him look at anything like that. He's proud.
I want a daughter. A love as much as I love you.
Aww.
She will definitely be stubborn, opinionated.
Just like me. Are we still talking about me? Oh!
Very beautiful and strong. I would like to teach her and give her anything she asks for.
Aww. He's actually saying he wants to have a daughter. He actually says he wants to have a daughter just to lay the world at her feet. Like he's doing with us. This man is golden. That's funny.
Does it amuse you?
I wanted to say the same thing about a boy. I want a son who will be like you. That's because you guys technically... What's going on here right now is that they're projecting their love for each other onto their son or daughter. He wants to have a daughter to lay the world at her feet like he's doing with Amala. And he's projecting, or he would be projecting, his love for Amala, not only onto Amala, but also onto the daughter. And Amala would be projecting her love for Amrit onto her son.
Are we not going to agree on this either?
No. Your future child will be an extension of your and Amrit's love. That.
Mala, I can find you anywhere.
Things turn out to be surprisingly easy with Kiran. When he learned about my desire to stay in India, not only he was fine with it, but decided to do the same. At first I couldn't believe it, but then I realized, yes, Yaya, you
can't blame her for that. She has so much to do.
Yaya followed my brother. They didn't allow themselves public displays of affection, unwilling to cross the line drawn by the local society. However, they were clearly in love. Kiran decided to stay in India because he has strong feelings for Yaya. No, that's so cute. I love that I chose that, because that would have been so painful to see him go. Like, we stay in India because of our love for Amrit, and Kiran is in England all alone after we've done everything in our power to protect him, to look out for him, and he's there alone now. That would have been so painful. Kiran had never talked about other girls the way he talked about Yaya. He wasn't trying to impress or charm her. His words always showed deep respect for her and genuine interest. I love Kiran. He defended her when people talked about her behind her back. The daughter of a trader was no longer a member of high society. Kiran was growing up before my eyes.
But you don't have time for your brother. The noblemen from your list have arrived.
Huh?
He's talking about the dozen.
Let them in.
They're leaving. I don't want to endure their sidelong glances.
Oh, Kiran. Because of Yaya.
It's fine. Shouldn't you join them? I have no patience for that.
Oh, me, Kiran. That's me, actually. Like, do not make me attend those long conversations. They are mostly so boring. They remind me of presentations. Like, I always had to stop myself from yawning when there was a presentation going on in the classroom. Like, do not make me attend those long-ass conversations. I have a short attention span. Please do not extend that.
Let's go.
The young Mr. Bazoo and the young Miss Banerjee left. Amrit and I sat down on the sofa in the center of the hall. Stop! That's one of the most beautiful pictures I've ever seen in my life. Look at this! I mean, we all know that Amrit is fine, but goddamn. We had a long and busy life ahead of us. Having taken our places in the local society, we could try to bring at least a little bit of harmony and rightness into our world, although our idea of rightness was to argue and tease each other and then make passionate love. Now that's... that was the perfect way to wrap it all up. That's literally the dynamic of their entire relationship. That's what they've always been doing. And I mean, me. Like, who am I to say anything here? Such was the life of the rulers of West Bengal. That chaos was our order. Yes! I love it so much. Everything is a cycle. Everything has a beginning and an end. This is an important thing to understand because there is no life when things are still. Life is a cycle, destruction of the old and creation of the new, birth and death, love and hate, faith without which everything loses its meaning. The past affects the present. Everything that happens in the present will have consequences in the future. A full circle. We live in a world built by our ancestors and we try to make it better for our descendants. This is exactly the wisdom brought by the goddess of time and destruction, who turns anger into mercy like the phases of the moon. Okay. It is done, ladies and gentlemen. That was the positive ending, and it was so beautiful. I love it so much. Now, I am still recording the Killian version on my tablet. So the next version that I'm gonna start is gonna be the Ratan version. Since I've already started the Killian version, and after the Killian version is done, I'm gonna be starting the Lima version. Since I don't think there is a Gabriel version, and after what he does when you are close to him, I don't want to know. But yeah, I think he was just like some sort of fling, so... I already did the fling. We already have seen those moments with him. So I don't think that I will have to do them again in every go through. But I'm gonna try to figure out how many different endings there are. And if you guys want, I'm gonna be replaying them so that you see my reaction to all of the different types of endings for every single character. We've seen every single ending for AMRIT, the bad and the good ending. So tell me if you want me to react to the good and the bad ending from the other characters. But that was it for the AMRIT version. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. This man is my soulmate. There's nothing else I can say here. And we will see each other in the Killian version and in the future in the Ratan version. Bye.